Leviticus 11:8, of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. Call HALALYAM la YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM RAWCHAA QADASH. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well, orderly and fervently through the Spirit. To the Akim, my fellow laborers, risking their lives of freedom to push this word out in truth and sincerity. To the Akim, YAHAWAH, listening and learning, being doers of the word and abiding in the faith. And to the speckled birds scattered abroad that look like the other nations but are truly Yasharallah through the Spirit. Shalom wa barakatam. This is your brother Ariyah from the GMS Orlando camp, and I want to make a quick lesson today going into a news article that was showed to me, and it really just further proves that YAHAWASHI's laws, statutes, and commandments are eternal. They need to be upheld. They need to be abided by. Okay? It's necessary, because when you don't, then you have shit like this happening. And I'll just pull up the article right now. What pretty much happened is this guy, he got paralyzed. The headline on CNN, right, put it very bluntly. He ate a slug on a dare, became paralyzed, and died. Literally, that's what happened. All right, I won't read the whole article, but basically this Australian teenager, Sam Ballard, grabbed the slimy creature and gulped it down. He had no idea that the slug carried a potentially deadly worm that would put him into a coma that lasted over a year, paralyze his body, and ultimately take his life. This happened in 2010. An avid rugby player was drinking with his friends when a slug came sliding across the concrete patio. They dared his so-called friends dared him to eat it, and then off Sam went and bang, that's how it happened. So it was a stupid ass, oh, I dare you to do this, I dare you to commit this abomination, I dare you to sin. See, when that happens, right, let me get it. All right, so right here, perfect example, Deuteronomy 13:6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine own soul. See, it went into detail. It said, the Lord pretty much telling you, look, I don't care who it is. They could be as your own soul. You love them as yourself. I don't care who it is. If they, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, right? And this is just one example, right? But shouldn't nobody entice you to commit any iniquity? All right, that's off. And they don't really love you. That's really hatred, because you should want what's best for your brother, for your loved one. You should want them to obey YAHAWASHI and stay on the right path. If anybody is enticing you to sin, to transgress the laws of YAHAWASHI, all right, that's wicked. And you're supposed to snitch on them. You're supposed to tell on them, like, look, well, the scripture is going to go into it, right? Verse 7, namely of the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee, or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. You're supposed to tell. All right. Hey, if you don't tell, then that's hatred on your part too. Okay? Because the correction needs to be made, and the evil needs to be put away from among you, because you conceal that, you let it slide, like, no, well, that's my mom, bro. Well, that's my friend, that's my brother. Okay? You're an accomplice. You're like an accomplice, because he could be doing it behind closed doors still, committing abominations, idolatry, right under y'all noses, or you could go and entice other people to do it. Okay? It's just going to spread. You have to put evil away from amongst the house of Israel. This is how it had to be. Okay? So that we could uphold that standard that YAHAWASHI set for us, because we're set apart, a holy people. That's what it means to be holy, set apart. Right? That's why it went into detail with it, like, don't spare, don't pity, don't conceal, but thou shalt surely kill him. Thine hand shall be first upon him to put him to death, and afterwards the hand of all the people. So you're supposed to cast the first stone. You're supposed to throw the first stone. You heard it. He went to you, and he enticed you. You're supposed to tell, and you're supposed to be the first one to start throwing the stones. And thou shalt stone him with stones that he die, because he hath sought to thrust thee away from Ha'adawani Yahawah Yahawashi thy power, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. And all Israel shall hear and fear. We're all supposed to witness that example of righteousness being upheld. See, people will have a problem with that, but that is a sin worthy of death. Okay? You telling a person to go do this to get them all messed up, right? To get them all messed up with you. The punishment, the justice and judgment have to go out. All right? It don't matter who it is. It don't matter if it's your best friend, you grew up in all that shit. The judgment has to go out. That's how righteousness is upheld. It has to be a strict, rigorous standard of holiness and righteousness being adhered to, being upheld, being enforced. Okay? We have to. It has to be like that. Otherwise, look at how shit is now. The shit spreads, the shit gets worse. Okay? People are corrupt in their judgment, and the corruption spreads like cancer. You have to nip it in the bud, get rid of it immediately. As soon as that seed is sown. Don't even allow that seed to be planted. As soon as the nigga present the seed to you, get rid of him. You have to. Because we see what happens when you don't do that. Look at the condition that we're in. So all Israel has to hear and fear, and shall do no more any such wickedness as this is among you. Okay? That's what has to happen. So these niggas told him, go ahead and eat this. I dare you to eat this slug. Nigga, are you out your goddamn mind? Should have told his mama something. He can't come over my house no more. Okay? Now I'm sure he didn't know that these slugs, he didn't think about no parasites and shit like that. But it's disgusting. Anyway, I mean, you already know that. That's why he dared you to do it, because that's not food. A slug or a snail or whatever the hell it was, that's not food. Okay? They dared you because it's like a crazy ass thing. That's really hatred, bro. Like, when you think about it, I would never dare my brother to go do some crazy shit. That's some shit that they do to like the nerd, or that's some shit that they would, I dare you to go do that. Because they made you the butt of the joke. They don't really like you. That's really hatred, bro. That's why this shit gotta, like, Babylon, like, the world needs to be reformed. Like, we need earthly reform. Because the shit we can't go on like this, man. So, that's basically the gist of what happened. And look at him, man. Look at what happened to him. So he was in a coma for about 420 months, I remember reading. So that's about a year and some change. A year and a couple months. And then when he woke up out of the coma, obviously he's all messed up. And he was paralyzed. He's still aware of everything that's going on. But he was, he couldn't function on his own. He was paralyzed. And then I think 4 years after he woke up, he died, all because of a stupid ass dare. And I hope his so-called friends felt some type of way about it. I hope they were all messed up about it. Because look at what you caused to happen. And then you already know that he felt the torment of living like this for 4 years. Like, damn, I wish I never did that shit. I don't even know if the nigga could cry. But he was just sitting there tortured. A tortured soul for 4 years, paralyzed. And that's his mom. Like, damn, why did my son do this dumb shit? Why did his little friends dare him to do that shit? I would be so pissed off, bro. But this is like, this type of shit shouldn't even exist. Like, this type of shit shouldn't even happen. So I have a diagram basically going into what it is that happened to this guy. So, and this shows you why the law is in place. That's why I read Leviticus 11 and 8 to begin with, because that is the dietary law, right? The laws about animals for food, right? These are the beasts that are clean. These are the beasts that are unclean. That's why we always say pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, camel, rabbit, whatever. You don't eat that shit. Them creeping things, except for certain. You can eat like locusts, like certain locusts, grasshoppers. You can eat, but all the other shit, no. And the Lord made it very clear. And he specified too, because certain of these animals, some of them cheweth the cud, but they don't divide the hoof. They have paws. Anything with paws, you're not supposed to eat, right? And then the swine, specifically, though it divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, so he's unclean. And we already know pigs are filthy, bottom feeders. Same thing with the shrimp and the crab and lobster. These are bottom feeders. These are the roaches of the sea. These are insects. These are bugs. These are sea bugs. And you got niggas treating it like a delicacy. That's why you niggas is sick. High blood pressure, clogged arteries, cholesterol messed up. Okay, eyesight losing. Losing your eyesight. No type of, muscle. No type of nothing. Like, you niggas is, like, we have a natural genetic superiority. But when it comes down to it, you niggas been eating this shit all your life. So you have all these random ass health issues that don't even hit the other nations like that. Not only because you niggas continuously eat this shit like every day, fried shit, lobster, crabs, putting on gloves to eat your seafood boil and stuff. But you're held to a different standard. The Lord don't punish these nations like he punishes us. Like when we shave, for example, Israelite men. When you shave your face, you get all them razor bumps. And you look like a goddamn crunch bar. When Esau shaved his face, when Moab, Ammon shaved their face, Elam, Ishmael, they don't get none of that shit. They look clean shaven, smooth, baby face. Because Lord don't give a shit about them. They can do that. It's whatever. Okay? But we're men. We're supposed to keep our beards, man. So these laws are in place for a reason. Okay? They're in place for a reason. And it goes into the sea creatures. In verse 9, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. It's really that simple. Fins and scales. Period. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, and all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters. Because it's not just fish. Okay, you got all types of different sea creatures. Any living thing which is in the waters that doesn't have fins and scales, they shall be an abomination unto you. They shall be even an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh. but ye shall have their carcasses an abomination. You're not even supposed to touch this shit. Whatsoever hath no fins nor scales in the waters, that shall be an abomination unto you. Look how many times the Lord had to reiterate it for us. And the same thing with the birds. Certain birds, a lot of birds you're not supposed to eat. So the Lord goes into detail with that. Okay? Yeah, right? If you wanted confirmation on the locusts, right? The grasshoppers. We'll read in the NLT, Leviticus 11 and 22. The insects you are permitted to eat include all kinds of locusts, bald locusts, crickets, and grasshoppers. But all other winged insects that walk along the ground are detestable to you. Okay? They shall be an abomination unto you. Okay? So yeah. Then it goes into, if you touch the carcass of them, you're unclean until the evening. All right, but and you can find this in one chapter. In one chapter, it's right. It's not hard. It's not hard. Jake want to go and do all this random shit. You want to try all this stuff. Well, I want to go here. I want to go to this restaurant and try this. Oh, it's so exotic. I want to try octopus. They be cooking goddamn octopus and squid at this place, you know? And I'm like, how do people eat this shit? This shit stink. It's gross. How do you even eat this? I'm not even curious. I'm just vexed at the fact that they do it in the first place, you know? But anyway, back to this diagram. This is how it happened, right? So a rat, right? These rats, which are unlawful, they eat whatever. They eat pretty much anything. They're like pigs. They eat literally anything. Okay, you see them New York big ass rats? They eating whatever they can get their paws on. So rats eat slugs and snails and shit like that. So they eat them, right? And the slugs have parasites in them. Okay? So it says the larvae mature, right? The larvae that the rats ate, or the whatever mouse or rats, whatever ate, they mature, they lay eggs, and first stage larvae hatch in the lungs of the damn rat. Then the larvae pass in the feces. The rats shit them out in the poop. And then guess what? The feces are consumed, allowing larvae to develop within mollusks. Mollusks referring to the snails and slugs. So the snails and slugs, they eat rat shit. Bottom feeders. So these are not to be eaten, man. These clean up. See, everything is a natural circle. Properly balanced ecosystem. The way that YAHAWASHI set these animals up, there's a reason why there's certain ones that we are okay to eat, right? And others are not okay to eat. Cows, they graze. They eat grass and shit. Okay? Venison, deer, you know? Chicken. They just be eating, they're like, herbivores, I think they're called, right? They're herbivores. They're not bottom feeders just eating anything, getting anything in their system. And they're very docile as well. Okay, you don't have to freaking like hunt them like that and put up a fight. It's not like you're trying to fight and eat a damn lion or some shit, right? Like it just flows naturally. It all flows naturally. Then you have, okay, some things may die. You have vultures that swoop in and eat up the corpses of these different animals or whatever. That cleans up the earth. Same thing in the seas, man. You have oysters. It's a natural filtration system. These snails, these slugs, right? These shrimp, lobster, catfish. Catfish don't have no scales, I believe. They don't have no scales. Catfish are bottom feeders too. You're not supposed to eat that either. So it's the ecosystem. It's a system that YAHAWASHI set up, right, to take care of itself. Without mankind's interference, it flows naturally, all right, filtering itself. It's the circle of life that we learned about. Okay, it fixes it, it's like a bunch of gears turning. All right, they turn and they work on their own. You know what I'm saying? It's the natural form of how shit works. It's Esau and these damn heathens and the wicked of our people that mess with it and ruin the shit. Then they wonder why there's so much pollution. Oh, plastic in the ocean. You know, the sea looking all dirty and messed up, and they're worried about endangered species and certain animals going extinct and things like that, because you're fucking with the ecosystem, man. So anyway, the slugs and the snails, they eat the shit. They eat the rat shit, right? And then the larvae develop within the mollusks. Then the third stage larvae in snails or slugs. And guess what? These niggas, shrimp, crab, lizards, okay, they consume them and they get the damn parasites as well. So the parasites are in the damn shrimp and the crab and in these lizards. Then you niggas eat crab and shrimp. You love shrimp. You love your jambalaya shrimp. Shrimp Alfredo. Seafood boil, crab, shrimp, and lobster in the same bag. And oysters. Slurping up oysters. What the... Why are you eating an oyster? Like, are you serious? What are niggas doing? Like, especially... We already know these heathens are bugged out. But, like, especially Eve just loved these abominable foods. Why? What is wrong with you niggas, man? That's why Eve be stinking. That's why the scriptures say, instead of a sweet smell, there shall be stink. They stinking on purpose from their diet. Let alone the stink that is about to reek from Jacob's trouble. From the humbling that they're about to get. Right now, they're stinking up everything. They stinking themselves up on purpose from their diet. And they're proud about it. We've seen videos of them talking about when a Hebrew Israelite try to tell me what I can eat, what I can and can't eat, and blah, blah, blah. Lil Boosie flipping the bird to the sky, talking about, I'll eat my bacon, my pork, blah, blah, blah. All right, well, go ahead and, hey, the niggas that eat swine's flesh, the niggas that engage in these abominations, enjoy it while you can. Because you're going to pay for it. If you don't repent, you're fucked. The Lord might just hit you with this shit. I mean, the Lord's already hitting you niggas with this shit, and you wonder why. And Esau not going to tell you. He going to give you some medication to slow the process down so he can squeeze every last penny out of your black ass, out of your black or brown ass. Okay? You might amputate a leg or something. Might do a couple surgeries here and there. Keep you alive as long as you can to get all the money out of you. Run up a hospital bill. Run up the ER bill. And then just let you die. This wouldn't be a problem if you would just repent and hearken unto the word of YAHAWASHI. You know, but I'm not trying to make this too long. So you see how it works, you know, and they say that, oh, well, vegetables could be contaminated with the third stage larva as well. But listen, we've been eating vegetables and lettuce and all this stuff all our lives, bro. we wash the vegetables, we clean it up. It don't matter how hard you clean up pork and shrimp, you devein it all you want. Okay? That's you're eating the meat itself, the organism itself is contaminated. There's no cleaning that. I don't care how hot the water you boil it in is, how much you cook it. That does not take away the toxins. The animal itself is unclean. That's what you don't understand. Vegetables, we clean it. You're supposed to clean it, period. Okay? As long as you're not eating no spoiled, sour, rotten shit, you're gonna be fine. You're supposed to eat your greens. Crab and lobster and shrimp is not meant to be eaten in the first place. It can't be cleansed. You can't make something unclean clean. So you niggas that eat that shit, the larva is entering into your bloodstream and your intestines. You got parasites in your shit too. Then niggas want to, I'm gonna do a parasite cleanse. But then you go right back to eating freaking shrimp and crab. So that's how that shit worked. So this nigga, he went to stage 3 and he just ate the slug itself. And that shit went straight into his shit, sent his ass into a coma. Like, god damn, body couldn't take it. Woke up a year and some change later, paralyzed. That shit fucked him up, man. That shit destroyed his shit. It took out his nervous system. Then you saw his face. It was never the same. That's him. But that was him before. Fucked him up. Rat lungworm disease. Okay? Right. Along comes a slug, snail, freshwater crab, shrimp, prawn, or frog and either eats the rat dung or the parasite works its way into the creature, infecting it. Fish, however, do not spread the parasite. You see that? Fish don't spread the parasite. Humans can be infected if they eat the raw or undercooked contaminated animals or vegetables carrying unseen snails or slugs that have not been thoroughly washed. See, it's because it's not washed. Okay? And parasites aren't gone just because you cook some shit. Again, the shit itself, like, it's contaminated, bro. It's contaminated. It's like cooking rotten meat. Just because you cook some rotten meat, it's still rotten. It's not going to cook away the toxin. Okay? And even if you kill the parasite, you're still eating the fucking parasite. Like, let's not be slow here. Esau always puts these little slick wordings in his articles and stuff. Bro, the point blank simple, keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Otherwise, this is going to be you, or worse, because the Lord don't run out of ideas. He'll find, like, he'll get you somehow, some way, and you'll not even see it coming. Okay. Look at that. Unlike in rats, the worm's life cycle is not completed in a human. So instead of passing through the digestive tract and you shitting it out like the rat did, the worm larva can get lost and it will go to the brain and it'll stay there. That's what happened to him. The parasite is not passed from human to human. When it gets to the brain, you can have eosinophilic meningitis, which is an inflammation of the membrane surrounding the brain and spinal cord. So you are, trying to be careful with my words here, but that's where the paralysis comes in. All right, it inflames the membranes around your brain and your spinal cord, so you're paralyzed and like your you're just through mentally. Headache, nausea, vomiting, fever, and a stiff neck. Yeah. Catastrophic damage. Anyway, yeah, there's a 420 days, and yeah. So that's pretty much it. This is why we have the laws in place, man. This is why YAHAWASHI warned us. And when you think about this, you have to take it to the next level. It's not just about food. You have to think about this like, this is what will happen. Like, the Lord do not run out of ideas, bro. This is what will happen to you if you disobey Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. If you do anything contrary to what he told you to do, he will mess you up. Not just in terms of your diet, right? But when it comes to idolatry, when it comes to adultery, when it comes to disobedience in general, this is the result. This is what happens to us. And Israel has been a prime example of that. The example of that. Because we transgress our Heavenly Father's words. You know? So he has brought us to this low estate. But Lord's will, as a part of the elect, YAHAWADAH, we're part of that number. We're repenting, and Lord's will, we're going to be delivered very, very soon. You know? And never transgress his word again. So I'll go ahead and close it out right there. I pray this was edifying, exhorting, and uplifting through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi. So Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi, YAHAWAH QADASH. Bestowed upon me to bring out this lesson and put forth this word. Keep pushing, keep praying, keep fasting, keep enduring, keep striving for the truth unto death. And Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi shall fight for thee. And keep abiding in the faith. Abad Babal, Kwame Yashua, stay strong, we're most home. Shalom, wa barakiam la bachariyam, meaning peace and blessings to the elect. Yahweh Hashem Yahawashi Ratizah, we may be a part of that number. And blessings, honor, glory, and power be unto Yahawah, Yahawashi, Zam Yadwa, Liwalamyam, always and forever. HALALYAM LA YAHAWAH Hashem Yahawashi, BAHASHAM RAWCHAA. Shalom.